Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Triaxx2. Okay, so first of all, I apologize for any background noise and the fact that a lot of the sound in Minecraft seems to have gone for walkies. I have no idea why it's doing that, and frankly, it happens after I've been playing for a while. I have, in fact, been playing for a while. And what have I been doing? Well, first things first, you can see here, I've expanded the rail yard. I've also started putting down signs so I can remember which rail line is which. So this is the power station rail line with our big electric blue steam locomotives. This is the processing line. My eventual plan here is to move out of, so I'm not running trains through my factory, because it's a cool idea, but I keep getting killed and it's not very space efficient. Let's see. So here's our forestry line. This this one won't really change much. Basically, I will have item extraction here, and then down here I will have it will be fed with its dirt that it needs. And that will be over there, and each line is going to have its own fueling. I'm thinking maybe, I'm not quite sure. Construction is going to be special. It's going to basically be, the construction train will basically park here and not launch unless I give it an order. So basically, the idea is that all of these chests will be filled with rails for constructing the rails. Right now, though, it's going to be I'm just using it to hold because this is all stuff for the power station, which I'm working on. But that is listed as construction. So basically, when I send the construction train home, it will come home and park up in its own spot. This is for the rail workshop. This one will take items to the rail workshop and then bring back the completed rails and rail ties. I haven't decided whether I really want, well, never mind, I do want it to come back with completed tracks. Up here, this is currently set to send the quarry train and far fuel field to the left. This should be far fuel field. This is far fueling, which is not where this one goes. Healed. Basically, far fueling will probably never actually get in here. Well, it will, but it'll probably be over here. I did also adjust my signaling here so that nothing can come from this direction while there's a train sat here. So any train that shuts down will stop here, and so if there's a train trying to pull out here, nothing can come from this direction, which is close enough that nothing can come from this one. If I actually throw my Trackman's goggles on here, you can see each one connects to the previous connection. Now this will stop any train coming from above. I didn't put a pillar here. I need to. Of course, I also need to apply some more of this cobblestone with dent in order to make this look supported, but that's something I'll get to. I have not put any output signaling here. A quarry train should have absolute priority over anything that's not already ahead of it. So basically, what I want to do is set up a signal somewhere around here. So if any of this is filled, then nothing can start down the line here, because once it starts down the line here, it's kind of unstoppable. Signaling up here will be a little trickier because of because you can't place the receiver boxes in the air. They have to be sitting on something. If I were to go down and break say this piece of sand, that box would pop off, and so would the track. They have to be supported on something. this used to be the quarry train parking place. Let's see, what else? I need some chili. I went up over the top of this. This is a different... What is this anyway? This is sandstone mosaic, whereas above is fancy sandstone. Fancy sandstone road, I believe? No, fancy sandstone brick from Tinker's. It just seemed to fit right into the pattern. How is this for... yeah, this could really use some lighting, but I actually had a plan for that. I want to make a couple of floodlight, at least one floodlight, maybe two. Since this is the power train, instead of the item unloaders, from here to here will be power unloading, and then it will share with everything else the refueling here. Like I said, construction train is going to be a bit tricky because it's not going to be something that shuts down. So I may end up manually fueling this. Although what I'll probably do is put a water loader here, and then set up signaling. So if this train is here, everything else just stops. So this whole complex will have to be reworked. Yeah, I like trains, I really do, but I wish I could if I could figure out interlock boxes, there'd be quite a few places that would be more helpful. I have gone and I don't think he's even running at the moment, is he? Where is oh no, here he comes. Right, let's go check on the trees, which I have not done yet. Open, close, because we want these to be self-contained. I require my tool bag, which has my spectacles in it. So do we have anything in here which needs to be... No, nothing yet. Alright, well that's perfectly fair. You're still running? You're not still running because we managed to get a lot of... Ooh. Sure. Forest and modest. One moment. Excuse me. There we go. This appears to be a very, very fertile queen. You stay in there. Right. I'm still having some issues with the logistics system connection over here. That I put stuff, or I send requests for things, and then stuff doesn't show up, and I'm not sure why. I suspect what I have to do is, reconnect it so that I have a second post here, hitting all the wrong buttons. So that I have a second pillar coming up to the top of the what's the word? The house. That's not what I wanted to do. Nor is that. That's what goes there. This goes in here. This goes in here. And then you go in there. Alright. Where were we? We were headed down. Alright, so we need to go to the power station, which is a bit far away. Right. Let's go this way. I don't necessarily want to take the house train because it takes a while for it to get started. I would almost prefer to have an electric locomotive in the house in my private train, because then I can send it off, and then once the steam takes over, the electric will have run out of power, and then we can just continue under steam power. But it's a little more complicated than I'm interested in setting up just at the moment, especially because then I'd have to work out how to recharge the electric locomotive. Alright, so basically we'll run for the time don't get me wrong, I love being able to take a train, but sometimes it's just quicker to run. I'm also looking to see where Fueling and Farfield have crashed. It looks like somebody hit a sheep there, because I have wool. Yay. Yeah, I sent them off and have not seen them in some time, so it means that they've crashed somewhere. If I'm lucky, it'll be right there outside the power station, although I don't really have options to fix them. I am carrying a bed on me, incidentally, so I don't have to sit through the night anymore, which is good because it looks like it's nighttime. Right. Let's put you down there. Have a nap. Right, so if I seem to be slightly jumbled today, it's because I had a power supply issue. If you haven't seen any of my other videos or seen me talk anywhere else, and basically I need more signals. Oops. Wow, I have one routing switch motor. Great. Oh, I know what this is. So, I'm actually going to go ahead and destination equals peat. So I'm actually going to add peat as a fuel source in my giant Stirling engine here. I had considered, I am still going to use forestry ethanol. And you can see it here on the list of options. I have in here the fluid unload. Oh, those are in the construction train. Right. This is going to be where the construction train parks, and it's currently got a switch motor here for that job. Right. This needs to be set up for, yeah, power station, construction, biofuel, peat, and oil, and construction will turn into ethanol when I get it set up. So this is going to be forestry ethanol, which is going to have to go into a railcraft steam boiler. And basically I'm going to have the entire I'm probably going to have a 2 or 3 tanker train that dumps ethanol into here, into the fluid loader, and then pumps it into some sort of tank here that then goes upstairs to a railcraft boiler. Possibly I'll have tanks upstairs and then boiler down here. I haven't decided which. Then this shouldn't be oil, but rather this should be fuel. But any oil that I do have come in will come over to this tank or this tank, and then be processed through these refineries and into fuel at this tank, which will then be pumped into the machine or into the engine and burned in one of 2 biodiesel generators. For right now, I'm only going to set up the second diesel generator. The diesel generator actually burning biodiesel, which I still have to set up a place to manufacture. I haven't quite decided where. I think maybe inside the mountains somewhere. Somewhere here inside the mountains. Or possibly over in this area, because I did set up the fuel field over here, which is working perfectly as soon as the train turns up. Let's see, what else? Yeah, and then peat, for which I'm going to set up. Peat. For which I'm going to set up a forestry peat bog. Peat. Trouble with peat is that NEI provides no useful information whatsoever. Basically, you make bog earth, and that becomes one bucket with mulch gets you 8, or this recipe gets. How does a water can get you more than what? Forestry, you make no sense. Although it looks like I can use water capsules, which could be useful for all that beet product I have. But yeah, basically, forestry multi-block peat farm, which again, not quite sure where I want to set that up. Maybe here in this roofed forest. Actually, that would be a pretty good place for it. I could break off a train somewhere around here, and make my peat there, and then have it come back here. I actually need a switching I think I need a switching station around here. For that matter, I need to level this out. Now that I'm looking at it, life would probably be easier if I went to all the effort. Sorry about that. Went to all the effort here to level this out. Yeah. I was just gonna follow the curvature of the ground here, but given the complications of this area, it's probably quicker just to Yep. Yeah, because I could use a switching station here, basically, to allow, if peat's coming from that direction, allow it to make a loop around here instead of having to go all the way back to the house. It could actually be a train that never visits the homestead area, if I'm so inclined. Let's see, what else? Alright, so private or construction. Basically, this will be replaced with a routing switch motor at some point. So if my private train is coming in, it'll switch it off to here. But for now, since nothing else is coming except the construction train, I can just leave it like this. And when I'm done, it'll default to that direction. I hope that's enough distance. I have noticed that sometimes if you don't have enough distance before a train needs to switch, the switch won't work, which is kind of annoying. Alright, so I'm gonna go this way and see if we can find those stuck trains, because I know those trains are stuck, and see what we can do about it. I suspect what happened is, yes, there's a processing train. I recognize it because it's the only one that has, Yep, you guys can, wow, you guys really got plowed together, didn't you? So this frickin' thing insists on... Go away. Yeah, I really don't know why it insists on it, but this thing insists on just getting hit from behind all the time, and then it runs out of fuel, and then these trains manage to hit so hard that they drive inside of this train, which is kind of frustrating. So you can actually get fuel field in here, I think. Okay, do you want to... No, stop. Here, just... No, not you, you. Alright, so you, and then you. Alright. You can be running. Thank you. And then... Oh, you also need your ticket. Power fuel field. There we go. You need to be pushed back a bit so I can get the locomotives in place. Right. No, you're backwards, because of course you are. You're also backwards, which means I need the crowbar, which is naturally in here. There we go, and ticket. You get half, and you get half. Running, and running. And yeah, so I actually crafted a whole bunch of signals, and I've used them all up before getting to what I meant to use them for, which was signaling this huge long line. What are you running at? You're running at 2. Run at 3 instead. Now fueling should be able to keep up, and if I can get these guys all separated out with proper signaling, and I need two-way signaling after on top of that. But this guy's actually getting to the point where he's starting to bring back iron, and then he's actually taking iron gravel ore at the moment. I'm thinking that what I need to do is go and turn off and get rid of all the all the copper out of the processing system there, and I'm not quite sure how to do that because there's a lot of copper there. I mean, it's being processed in a Triaxx system, which is not strictly necessary for it. Let's see. Oh, I did set up back at the house, and I don't. Okay, I set up at the house and someplace else that I don't recall. No, I went out to the processing facility out there, and set up a gate so that if the flux unloader is full, that it will send the cart on without leaving the train sitting there stuck. Now that will only happen now because of the way the processing facility is set up. That will only happen with the power station train. However, I'm thinking now that I may not set the power station train to actually go out to the processing facility. I may set up a second train, which, like the peat train, doesn't actually come back to the house and provide any power. Although, what power is necessary here at the housing, or at the homestead, I guess, is to run the logistics system, which doesn't really take that much power, all things considered. Right. Stop lagging. I haven't played Beyond in a bit. It's actually updated, so I'm hoping that once I get to playing it, I will be able to play it a little better, because the lag will have quit. Let's see, what else can I think of? I haven't done that much else. Yeah, so this is all waiting for some power, and it will provide power both to the new house and to the rail workshop here. Ah, I know what I've done. Let's see. So we are getting dark oak wood, which is good because we're now getting not you either. We're getting charcoal blocks. So these are now set up to have a stack and a half each, which I don't know why it's being so belligerent about it. There's our forestry train. I did come in here. Oops. So I came and I ran immersive engineering power from the assembler across these poles to the wall, which is actually a stone brick facade covering an Ender IO cable, or a conduit, which then connects to this wire connector, which plugs into this alloy smelter, and to the cyclic assembler here, which makes the... What do you make? Oh, the radiator blocks for the biodiesel generators, because those are annoying to handcraft. So this alloy smelter is set up so that it can make stone, like so. I could probably set it up to do additional things if I were so inclined, but then that allows me to make automatic pressure plates, which are useful. And this is set for sandstone, because building the rail facility required a lot of sandstone. So let's see. You know what? Let's go ahead and craft a couple of floodlights while we're waiting, and that way we will have them for next time. Right. So let's go ahead and make 2 floodlights. Alright, so LV wire coil, that's 16 copper. 16 copper. So copper. 16 copper. require 4 sticks. Iron is 2 plus 5. It's 2 and 5. It's 12 plus 2 mechanical components. Iron. So I need 12 of those plus 2 mechanical components. I require 2 glowstone and glass pane. 2 glass panes. I'm also going to need some electrum, which I have. And okay, I also need 3 more iron and clay. I need some hardened clay because I need more MV wire connectors. Right. So let's get our LV wire coils and our iron. Ah, right. Like so. 2 wire coil blocks. You, and you, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Right, I need a stick. Right, so instead of you, we'll make this. I don't want that. Oops. Yep, those are for something else. Excuse me, where's my stick? I don't want to make a stick because those are useful. Those are for underneath the signaling at the train station. Come on, give me a stick. Give me my stick. We're almost at the end of the episode and I want to set this up before we do. Alright, so got all that. Let's see. So how do we set these up? I don't recall offhand. Ow. Right, so can we stand on this? Because that's safe. Aha! Aziz, light. Okay. So how do we adjust these? I need the manual. RTFM. Manual. So, power wires and generators? No. Tools and simple machines. Nope. Construction. Engineered lighting. Here we go. Lanterns. No. Powered lanterns, which I still want to set up. Here we go. Flood lighting. Engineer's hammer on the top or bottom faces with the block to rotate the light, or click its sides to change its pitch. Aha! So we need. Stop it. We need June. We need the hammer. We need the. Here we go. No. Right. Wrong way. Excuse me. I finished rotating. Right. No. I want to. I wish to go. Oh, I see. I'm on the clicking on the wrong side of the light. Thought I was. Oh, for pity's sake. That. Okay. Let's try that again, huh? Yes. And now we can rotate the light a little bit. And rotate that. Alright, so I think we need a connector here. I believe we can connect you to you, and I'll replace this with one on a pole if this works. Alright, so if we, let's see, F7, hopefully I'm still recording, and Y, unless these use only LV lighting, LV voltage. So, okay, manual, where's my, I didn't mean to put that away, but where's my manual? Engineered lighting. More power than a simple L. Yeah. What in the world? Why can I not attach this wire? Is this the wrong wire? Does it... I mean... that's not what I wanted. Do I need a power connector, maybe? I don't think this will work, but we can try it. Yeah, connection's obstructed. Of course the connection's obstructed. What was I thinking? Alright. Maybe I can connect it to the side and connect like so. Nope, that's not working either. Alright. First of all, let's turn the lighting display off. I mean, if I have to connect low voltage wire through it to it, it's not the end of the world. Copper. 2, 3, 4. I could have requested those copper. That means I can request frickin' LV wire. Good job, genius. Do it manually and then you don't have to. Right. I don't believe you can connect LV wire to MV connectors, but I'll give it a give it a try. We can pop off. Thank you. Right. So I need a transformer. All right. Transformer is an electrum wire coil, and then the two different variants of connection. What on earth is that for? Current transformer. Excuse me. Oh. Well, that's actually kind of useful. Alright. Right, so electrum wire coil. Right. Ow. Yes, let's not die, thank you. Alright. Ow. So... electrum wire coil, some... right. Need another 4 of you. And a stick. Oh, I just wanted one stick. Alright. Oh, transformer. You are copper and hardened clay. You're iron in the middle. Oops. Iron. 1 iron, clay, 4, and copper. We need 3 of those. Right. Okay, no. You go in there. You can go in there. And you can come out here where I can use you. Alright. 2, 3, 4. A stick. that's not the right thing. Those and those. Right, let's try that again, huh? Yeah. Let's. So, one of those. Clear that. Transformer requires iron. And we've officially managed to go overtime. Good job. 5 iron. Yep. Oh, and you know what? While we're at it, give me a brick. Oh, a stone brick. One transformer. Oh. You. Good job. I managed to put away all my connectors. Or did I not? I managed to not make the LV connectors. Good job. There we go. One transformer. And 2 of you makes the fence poles. Not the fence post, the power pole. Alright, we can do this at night. Shouldn't be that. Should be okay. He says famous last words. Quoting any number of famous last words. Wooden post with a transformer. Where can I put the transformer? I can put the transformer there. That's cool. I can't see anything because it's dark. Right. Let me sleep real quick. Just can't see a bloody thing. And up. Alright, should have all the LV coils I need. And I need an MV one. Great. Managed to use them all in. You know what? Because I may end up needing more. Let's just teach it. One of you. How many pipes do I still have? 8, good. I have 8 more. I'm gonna need my pipe bag. Nope. Pipe bag. Which means I need one of those. Right. So, crafting pipe. Pipe plug. And crafting table. MV wire. Make that done. Import MV. I just need one. Everything teleports in there, pops back out, and gives me my 1 MV wire coil. There we go. Now we're ready for our spotlight. So, looks like we have, how do we have that? It looks like MV in, LV out. Fine. Ow. To here? Yep, and then these are all in this backpack. Of course they are. Come along again. What are we transforming? Up, there we go. So now if we check, yes, it is in fact preventing spawns there. Oh, we need spruce wood planks and train tracks. Or train rails. Right, so I'm going to adjust the spotlight a bit, but I'll do that off camera, and next time we'll do something useful, probably. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.